Theseus, the Duke of Athens, and Hippolyta, the Queen of the Amazons, are so impatient for their wedding that they put out a call for entertainment to pass the time. Aegeus barges in, furious with his daughter Hermia. She is in love with Lysander, but Aegeus wants her to marry Demetrius. He asks Theseus to force her to marry him via the ancient law of Athens. Theseus says she needs to decide either to marry Demetrius, die, or take vows at Diana's altar never to marry. Not liking any of these options, Lysander and Hermia decide to run away and get married somewhere else. Helena, Hermia's best friend, is in love with Demetrius and is heartbroken that he dumped her to chase Hermia. To comfort her, Hermia tells her their plan to run away, says goodbye, and good luck with Demetrius. Helena thinks, if I tell Demetrius that they're running away together, then he will follow them and I can follow him. A group of blue-collar workers called the Mechanicals attempt to put on a play to offer as entertainment for the Duke's wedding. One named Bottom wants to play all the parts: the knight, the lion, the lady. The king and queen of the fairies are having a fight, causing all of nature to go into uproar. Oberon, the king, is upset that Titania, the queen, won't give him what he wants, so he sends his servant Puck to get a magic flower to humiliate Titania. Putting the juice of this flower on the eyelids of someone sleeping will make them fall in love with the first thing they see when they wake up. Oberon puts the juice of the flower on Titania's eyes and sees Demetrius rejecting Helena. Oberon feels sorry for Helena and tells Puck to make the Athenian youth fall in love with the lady. While the Mechanicals are rehearsing their play in the woods, Puck comes in, changes Bottom's head to the head of a donkey, and terrifies all the other would-be actors. In the commotion, Titania wakes from her sleep and falls in love with the ass-headed Bottom. Puck accidentally puts the magic flower on Lysander's eyes instead of Demetrius, and Helena wakes him up. So Helena is in love with Demetrius, who's in love with Hermia, who's in love with Lysander, who's just been magicked into love with Helena. Oberon sees the mistake and makes Puck put the flower's love juice on Demetrius's eyes. Helena wakes him up too, and now both men have switched from being in love with Hermia to being in love with Helena, and they're so exuberant about it that she is convinced they're both just making fun of her. Hermia comes in and finds her fiancé pouring out his heart to her best friend, and she gets so angry, Helena is afraid Hermia will do her physical harm. The men go off to fight each other in an attempt to prove their love. Puck leads them on, puts the love juice of another flower on Lysander's eyes to set him back to his original love for Hermia. Oberon starts to pity his wife's fondness for Bottom and removes the magic from her eyes, and the fairy monarchs are peacefully reunited. Puck removes Bottom's donkey head, and he and his fellow actors are joyfully reunited. The lovers wake up, all in love with the correct people at last, and the Duke says they can all marry who they want, and invites them to share in his own wedding's entertainment. The Mechanicals put on the play of Pyramus and Thisbe, and perform wonderfully badly. Alack! 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 The lords and Hippolyta make fun of them, and the night ends happily for everyone. The fairies dance and sing, blessing all the marriage beds, and Puck gives an epilogue saying, "If we shadows have offended, just imagine this was all a dream."